What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Tuesday, January 9th, 2017. And this Saturnian actor, Donald Trump, a lot of you know him as the 45th President of the United States of America. If you take Saturn's magic square and you sum it all, what do you get? 4 plus 9 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 1 plus 6, 45. So you sum that up, you get the number of this president. So then we see how all this propaganda is further coded with the numbers for Saturn, the keeper of time. That is exactly the role this character actor is playing, this Jesuit order employee. So what I'm looking at now is this piece of propaganda from 2015 that undeniably shows how Donald Trump's presidency was foreshadowed in all sorts of propaganda from the federal government. Look at this. Saying that he's receiving a $110,228 Screen Actors Guild pension. 110,228. It cannot be any more clear. President 110. Reversing alphabetical order, or not reversing alphabetical order. Reversing alphabetical order, you get 1 through 3 like government, but in English ordinal you get 110. P is the 16th letter, R is the 18th, E is the 5th. So that 133, the number for government. 133 now, back to English ordinal like we have President 110. It's all a numerical game. White House, 133. So then the 228, United States of America. 228, all in this English ordinal. So he is going to be the President 110 of the United States of America, 228. And then since he is an actor, the Screen Actors Guild is paying him the pension he deserves, $110,228. That is the key point of this video. You can't deny this. This is why they get these numbers. This is why it's a specific number. You see how you apply the practical gematria. It's coming out 722, 227, 3.14 going back to time, pi. Pi and Trump with the same gematria. Mr. Trump 119 like Saturn. But pi 2529. Trump 2529 coming out in 22 divided by 7. 3.14. It's no coincidence Mr. Trump sums to 119 in English ordinal like Saturn in 119. Donald Trump's campaign lasted exactly 511 days. So Time magazine, they're telling us in this propaganda how on June 16th is when he made a speech. We all know about that speech. The 146 video born 14/6, minute 46 video. It's also 106 seconds, prophecy 106. This is a speech announcing he's the president with the prophecy number. Again, all in the English ordinal. Just using the alphabetical order. I'm saying you can just take a pen and paper, piece of 16th letter, R is the 18th, do all that shit. You can decode the propaganda. Prophecy 110. So from this day to the day he gets selected, because these aren't real elections, they're all fake, is 511 days. June 16th to November 8th. 511, the number for Saturn. In Jewish gematria. So guess of the date numerology that happened. June 16, 2015, a date with a life lesson number of 30, a date with 21 numerology, and it's the 167th day of the year. 167 is the 39th prime, the reflection of 93, so we have 93, 21, 30. Saturn, 93, 21, that's the 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10, so reducing 1 is 30. So anyone new here, you'll hear me call Donald Trump a Saturnian actor, a Thelemic actor all day long, because that's exactly what he is. with the $3.5 billion net worth. Thelema, 35. I don't make this shit up. Your federal government does, and they code it inside these actors. Again, he is in the Screen Actors Guild. It's here too in Wikipedia. You just go down, acting and public image. Trump is a member of the Screen Actors Guild and receives an annual pension of more than $110,000. President 110. If they say he produced Apprentice, that means he's also a producer of propaganda. But I mean, the Zionist Jews, the Freemasons, the Jesuits who tell him what to do, who's produced it, he's an actor. Who knows, he could also do the producing too. The Apprentice sums to 211, reversing the alphabetical order. That is the 47th prime number. Trump, 47. And who is he? A character actor playing the role of Saturn, the keeper of time, 47. Trump, 88. Think about 88 representing time, the four circles. That's 1440 degrees, like the number of minutes in the day. 1440 is just 144. Time, 144 in Jewish gematria. Light, 144 in Jewish gematria. Light also, of course, 29, 25. All these interrelated things with these numbers. And we get Donald Trump fitting it all. I'm glad I made this video because I always call Donald Trump a Saturnian actor. I always call it his Saturnian coding. But I feel like the people who weren't aware of that big riddle with his election might be a little lost. But now you see. And of course, there's so much more with that. That's just the surface level. Oh yeah, thank God I didn't forget this. Look at this. Right when I saw this, I was like, okay, today has to be a day with 48 numerology. And of course it is. 1 plus 9 plus 20 plus 18, 48, giving you a big piece of propaganda about Trump's wall. Wall 48 in English ordinal. Donald Trump 48, reducing. O is the 15th letter, 1 plus 5 is 6. You just do that all. It's that easy. On the 40th day of the year, they released The Wall, that movie. All by the numbers, all day long. In the minute video, that's 60 seconds, Donald Trump sums to 60, reversing alphabetical order and reducing. It's just, that's how this works. You type in the main subject, and then they fulfill all the slots all up and down the propaganda. That's how it works. And then you type in the date numerology, and then it corresponds. Donald Trump 48, Wall 48, date with 48 numerology. Now this is front page. And then you go back and watch all my other videos. It's the same thing every single time. I think the best example I found recently is just this whole thing. 25th Amendment. 92, 97, Trump, 25, 29. It's a nice tutorial on how the Scottish Rite Freemasonic One World Order, the Zionist Jews, the false Jews from Revelation, practices Kabbalah and uses it inside the propaganda. 25, and its prime number relationship, 97 over here. And then we have 29, and then its reflection in 25th Amendment. And then you're reversing the alphabetical order for one, you're not for this one. You're going to see how they're doing it. Prime number relationships, reflective patterns. That's the bulk of what they do. And then they talk about Trump getting removed with the 25th Amendment, Trump 25, death 25. This is why y'all need to quit believing this bullshit. That we're looking at probably something around 700 to 800 miles. This is what Jeff Flake, the actor, the Jesuit order asset, is telling you. That's why he's saying this. 7,800. They are branding their propaganda. Scottish Rite 78, Jesuit 78, And I always have to mention, there's probably something propaganda specific to this particular event while they're coding it. But at the end of the day, it's always a branding. It's always a self-tribute to themselves, to Masonry. They love to tell you who's doing this. You know, these people are arrogant and they're not shy. Again, you click on, how can you deny this is not by numbers propaganda? Or how can you deny that it is when you literally click on the sum of Saturn's magic square and you get an array of Donald Trump propaganda? It just blows my mind. Trump, immigration bill should be a bill of love. We're gonna see what that sums to. We'll just type it in because we got the Dan America, you know? These coded agents with the bullshit names. Bill of love. See? The numbers we were talking about the entire time. I'm glad we saw this 52 because it was part of what I was going to teach, but I forgot to talk about it. But of course, since they repeat the same patterns again and again, I always get reminded when we look further into the propaganda. Bill of love, 47 like Trump, like time. 110 like president. President 47, 110. I mean, we're talking about this shit. 52. The same three numbers, see? And then 160 is just 16. Very special number. And then I have to say, I think there's something more central with that, but just look at these. How can I be 110 was the central theme of this video. I made a video about the Screen Actors Guild giving us this propaganda with the 110,000, and then they're quoting that or coding that inside Bill of Love right here. This is why I make these videos, to exemplify how they do this. You know, Scotch Rite Freemasonry, Bavarian Illuminati with 127. 127, the 31st prime, cube 31, going back to Saturn. Saturn's cube is a Saturnian actor sitting right here. Purposely blurred photo. Look, minute 12 video. See this 112, Donald 112. My last video I had this big 112 lesson too. All of my Donald Trump videos are the same lesson. They're just me ranting about how my president is a character actor playing the role of Saturn, the Keeper of Time. A divisive agent, a unit meant to spread more fear, nonsense, bullshit, distract more people. Also 72 seconds, that video. Jesuit Order 72. Donald Trump is a member, an employee, a high-ranking staff of the Jesuit Order, which is the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. Proceed quoting again, Bill of Love. But what I wanted to look at is, you know, the Screen Actors Guild propaganda. So check this out then. Donald Trump announces he's going to run June 16th, 2015. That propaganda, Screen Actors Guild, was published on the 22nd. That was 5 weeks and 2 days later. And we're talking about those government words, government, White House, President 52, you know what I'm saying? And so not only was President Trump from the 52 110, they're bringing up propaganda then. I'm just trying my best to explain how it's working. 5 weeks, 2 days later, from when he's coming out saying he's going to run for president, they're saying then 110, President 110. And of course, now today, and it's still going on. It's 2018 now. This is fresh propaganda, and they're quoting the same numbers again. 52, 110, and this, Bill of Love. I mean, it's just perfect. Everything I'm trying to teach just comes in our face when we just freestyle through the propaganda, especially Donald Trump propaganda. It's so easy to fucking see. You know, Kabbalah 52. So I think I could just end there because You know, a lot of good examples here. Might as well make a new video showing more shit. But a friendly reminder, yeah, you don't need any sort of numerology to see how Donald Trump's an actor. You just got to not be an idiot. So then once you see that, you'd be like, well, why is the guy, how did my president become, how's this actor my president? Because he was born to be selected. But you have to, I think the biggest takeaway of this video, here's the plot twist for those new. The biggest takeaway is none of this with Donald Trump is that Barack Hussein Obama is just as much of an actor, just as much of a coded agent, a piece of shit, a vile liar as Donald Trump. Doing what he's told to do all day long by the Zionist Jews. Promoting ISIS, Islamic terror, Islamic boogeyman, go to Syria. So the shit Obama was promoting. And Donald Trump. People are tyrants. So, just finish off with this. Again, Donald Trump's campaign lasting 511 days, Saturn 511. Saturn the Keeper of Time, 115 the reflection. And then it is exactly 73 weeks, 73, the number for Saturn. Saturn in their ALW Kabbalah 73, that is the 21st prime, Saturn 21, full reduction. So even if you didn't want to even use this cipher at all, go the entire video with only using these and then the occasional Jewish cipher, it's 73 to 21st prime. They're going for Saturn with this number. 7337 important to Saturn, important to Kabbalah, important to your federal government. That's why they paste these numbers everywhere. Think about it. What's the help sign? 511 help. Anyone not from America, I mean, this could be in your country too. There's a 511, call 511, road help. Why do you think they're having this? This shit. I mean, who I mean, even look at the logo. A ring around, I mean, come on. Who put these up? Whose idea was this? If you tore this down, what would you be charged for? Damaging government property. It is a federal crime to tamper with this. So what does that tell you? It is your federal government putting this up by the numbers of Saturn. That means they're all on the Saturn, all on the 511, 93. The February 26, 1993 World Trade Center bombings. Route 226. You get 93. And then we all know about the other ones. September 11th, Saturn 119. They happen 3,119 days apart. 3119, the 444th prime. Masonic 444, killing 444. They're both occults, rituals 444. This is all in the Sumerian. So it's just 74 times 6, all the 74 words, using the English to do it all. Gematria is what I'm trying to teach you. And if you don't know this language, you don't know shit. Gematria 52, like Kabbalah. So yes, if you want to know what real federal knowledge is like, what your government's thinking, what it's like to be a real employee and agent, this is the knowledge. Now they're all scripted. Now they're doing it all. How your sports are fake. By the numbers. Peace out.